Okay, we saw the dashboard layout. Moving on to your settings, and we want to start customizing our stores over here. So these are our settings. Again, you reach them from the dashboard. Clicking down to settings over here, bottom left hand side. General settings. Let's customize those a little bit. Let's upload our store logo, and we're gonna pretend we're building out our store already there. We are filling out information for our store, which is named the curator loop. ChatGPT helped me create this nice logo. All right, first name, last name. This is gonna be your name, your email, set your password, phone number. Let's add that as well over here, 213-588-1019. Awesome. Okay, general information. This is your user information. Awesome. Team members. If you have collaborators, team members, employees, this is where you would invite them. You can enter email and you can customize their role and their permissions. So you can decide what they see and what they can access. Each employee gets a 4-digit code, which they can use at the POS. We're gonna see that later, and you're gonna see and manage all your members over here. You can add access, revoke access, all that kind of stuff. Now, store information, as mentioned, I enter my store name, the curator loop. You can add your website URL in case you use a website, an e-commerce builder external to ResaleOS. Set your time zone, your currency for our European, British, Canadian customers. We're going to be adding more currencies over here as well. And then your unit system. Awesome. Okay, this looks like it's already looking good. Store locations. Some stores operate out of multiple locations. Even though they might not be open to the public, so those might be storage locations, warehouses, whatever. Add them all over here so you can make sure you record information for each product on where they're located, where are they selling from, and where do they need to be picked up from whenever you sell them. In my case, I only have one location. We'll call this San Francisco Warehouse, 2441 Mission Street, San Francisco. Okay, residential, this is a commercial space, loading dock, yes, extra info, parking available. Awesome. Add location, and we saved our location as well. You're gonna see why that's important later. Account defaults, this is where you manage the default rules for your accounts. You can manage your consignment contract, your vendor contract, check printing, a ton of stuff. We're gonna go over that in the accounts module. Surcharges and fees, this is where you set up your surcharges and fees for your accounts and products, okay? Consignor portal, you can share access to a consignor portal to your consignors or to your vendors, if you're a vendor mall, or to your customers, okay? Anyone accessing the consignor portal, they can see their sales, their items, their purchases, store credit, account balance, past transactions, gift cards, reward points, anything that's relevant to their relationship with you as the store. You don't need to share consignor portal access to your consignors or vendors or customers if you don't want to. This is something not all stores want to use. And when you do share access, you can limit the permissions that the access gives these users. So some stores and consignors and vendors want to let users post their own product in the system and print their own labels if they're a vendor, for example, in a vendor mall. Well, others don't, and you can customize those permissions. Okay, moving on, item defaults. This is the same as account defaults. So the same way you have default rules for your accounts. For example, whenever I create a new vendor account, I want to send them an automated email. The same thing you have for items. Whenever I create a new item, I want the status of the item to be a draft, not active. Okay, this is where you do all this kind of stuff. There's a lot more to it. Label printing. This is where you customize your label printing. Those are the barcode labels you put on products. And this works best whenever you use ResaleOS from our desktop app. And we're going to go over that in the next video. Taxes, tax customization, tax information. We're going to go over that in its dedicated module as well. Receipts printing. This is for receipts whenever you make a sale, whenever you issue a refund. Mostly important for stores and people selling stuff in person. Pricing rules, these are markdowns, discounts, that you have for your own products. Notifications, this is what your customers, your consignors, your vendors receive every time you issue a payout, every time you make a sale. All that kind of stuff is found over here. You can preview your templates whenever an email is sent out. You want to know how it looks like, and this is where you can come to see it. Sales and import channel, this is the most amazing part of ResaleOS. This is where you connect all your external platforms. This is what makes you sell more, makes you make more money. This is where you find most value if you're an online reseller and you want to expand onto other platforms. Integrations, this is where you come to connect your POS terminal, your hardware. This is where you come if you want to connect to our own API. And that's for the more technical teams. And we're expanding our integrations as well. So you'll see more companies over here. And then plan and billing, where you manage your subscription, where you see your past invoices, where you upgrade, downgrade, cancel. When you see, this is where you see your credits left. Mine is looking a little bit weird because I am using a test account for these demos, but it's gonna be populated with all your stuff over here. All right, that's it for this video. Moving on to the next one.